Most people know about menopause, but did you know men go through a similar change? It's called andropause, and starting in their 30s or 40s, men experience a slow decline in testosterone, about 1% a year. It can affect energy, mood, sleep, and much more. Dr. Jerry Mixon, founder of Longevity Medical Clinic, is here to share more. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Delighted to be here.
Well, we love to hear that. And what's actually happening to men as they go into andropause?
Well, I think Dr. Umat was here recently, and she explained that with women, there are 8 different hormones that need to be monitored. Men make the same 8 hormones that women make. Our ratios are different from women. Our total levels are different. But it's the same 8 hormones, and they decline in men just like they do in women. And so we undergo cognitive, mental, emotional, and physical changes just like women do. They're just different because we're structured a little differently.
Yeah, different levels. So what are some of the symptoms that men might see and not even realize that these are important? Because I feel like everyone's like, I'm getting tired, I'm growing old, so you might not realize that.
Fatigue, depression, aches and pains, muscle mass, you're getting weaker, you tire more easily. And I'll tell you the one that surprises most families. He loses track of where he is. Young men, high testosterone load affects spatial orientation. Young men know where they are in time and space. They can look at a map, and now they know where they are, okay?
Right.
Older men are used to that, but as their testosterone and DHEA levels are dropping, they lose track of their spatial orientation. And now they don't want to ask for questions, they want to ask for directions because, well, they never used to need to ask for directions, but they do now. That low anabolic hormone load means they get lost more easily than they did when they were young men. Now, that's one most people don't recognize.
No, definitely not. I would just chalk it up as, oh, okay, I'm getting older, more forgetful or something like that.
It's a loss of spatial orientation. Where you are in time and space starts to get vague.
I understand too, men also experience loss of confidence. Tell me more.
Drive, ambition, self-confidence. Yeah. And when a man has low anabolic hormone load and he feels threatened by things that never used to threaten him when he was young. As a young man, something would come up and he'd say, I can handle that, not a big deal. As an older man, he has a threat response. And one of 2 things happens. He either withdraws and becomes timid, or he lashes out with anger because you've scared me. And so that emotional lability is a response of the low anabolic hormone load.
Fascinating. And you say it's not just about testosterone, though. You touched on this, but balancing out several hormones.
All 8 of them, yes.
Okay.
We do 3 different thyroids: pregnenolone, dehydroepiandrosterone, testosterone, estradiol, IGF-1 for growth hormone. Yeah, all of these hormones have to be in balance. I think the phrase Dr. Umat uses is, it's a symphony and nothing can be out of tune. So you have to keep them all in balance to make the music of your mind and your body
sing. And andropause should be seen as a health marker, I understand, something that tells doctors what to look for. So tell me more about that.
Well, as these are declining, you're shifting your metabolism away from muscle and ligament and tendon and towards fat. And so men start laying down more and more body fat. Their metabolism, if they eat the same food they used to eat, they will now shift towards fat and away from muscle. And so even if he's exercising, he's going to get that belly that starts to grow, okay? And so if he wants that lean, hard abdomen, he has to keep all 8 of those hormones in balance. And without them, he's going to shift. And so his estrogen beta receptors are going to start firing, and he'll start moving all his fat towards his abdomen.
Gosh, this is all fascinating. And how is Longevity's approach different than other clinics with your care, and how do you describe all that?
Well, we don't accept the so-called normal declines of aging. When we measure our 8 hormones, we're measuring them and using a healthy 25-year-old as our target range, okay? And so right now, I'm 78 years old, but I have had the hormone balance of a 25-year-old since I was 50.
Heck yeah.
Okay. At 50, I was round and fat. I could not have run around the block if my life depended on it. I was depressed. I was almost sexless. I'm now 78 years old, okay? I knock out 150 to 300 push-ups a day.
What?
Every morning I run 2 to 3 miles before I get short of breath because I have the anabolic hormone load of a 25-year-old, and I've had it for nearly 30 years.
That's incredible.
And as a consequence, my body has the tools to work with that it had 28 years ago when I was 50.
This is amazing. People need to go and see you all and then check you out because 78, feeling like 25, sign me up. Thank you so much. And for more information or to schedule a free health analysis, just visit lmclinic.com right there on your screen.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Longevity Medical.